Our group's essential question is, in what ways can energy be transferred?
Energy in physics is a quantity related to work. The first law of thermodynamics is a physical law that states that energy is conserved. It is neither created nor destroyed under normal conditions, also known as the law of conservation of energy.
The law of conservation of energy states that energy can neither be created nor destroyed. A good example of this is the Newton's cradle. The first law of thermodynamics talks about internal energy, heat, and system work. The unit used when talking about energy transfer is the joule. The second law of thermodynamics is a physical law that states that less energy is available to do work with each successive energy transfer or transformation in a system. An example of conduction is heat transferring to the pan or pot that is on the stove and it gets heated up. We will show several examples. The next one is outside, and we're using Owen and Andrew roasting marshmallows over the fire as an example of the three main ways that energy can be transferred.
Next, we'll be showing you some examples of conduction, convection, and radiation. But first, we'd like to hear a word from our sponsor.
Kingsford lighter fluid. When you start a fire, use Kingsford.
Energy along the marshmallow skewers to mine Andrew's hands. Sparks from the fire show convection because the hot air rises. Electromagnetic waves made by the hot fire transfer energy by radiation.
Energy can be carried from one place to another by heat flow or by waves including water waves, light, and sound.
There is energy around us. Everywhere you look, there's energy. The sun creates solar energy reflected and scattered back to space. And there is conduction and convection all around us in the air. And the clouds, they create energy that goes to the top of the atmosphere that's infrared. And there's energy that's also lost by atmosphere. And the lake creates latent heat.
Heat created by the sun travels by radiation. Radiation is a transfer by waves instead of energy being transferred by a contact.
Because of convection, cool high-density fluid sinks and warm low-density fluid rises. That is why steam rises into the air when water is boiling. Steam is the hottest particles that were in the fluid. Energy can be transferred even though there are no particles to transfer the energy. This type of energy transfer is called radiation. Radiation is the transfer of energy without any movement of matter. Energy that is transferred in this way is called radiant energy or electromagnetic radiation. For example, when we showed the fire was transferring heat as radiation. One example of energy transfer by contact is playing pool. Andrew will demonstrate this.
Thermodynamics? It's not just a good idea. It's the law.
Volcanoes are a good example of heat energy transfer because when lava reaches the Earth's surface, it cools and is transferred to the Earth's surface. This cools the lava to a black rock.
Vibrations of particles can transfer energy, such as in sound waves and water waves. A battery transfers stored chemical energy into electrical energy that can be used to power something. It can power items such as a phone or a computer. The amount of heat energy transferred into or from gases depends on the beginning and final states in the process which creates the final state.
Copper and silver are good conductors, as well as metals that have free electrons. Poor conductors are called insulators and is transferred only through vibrations, atoms, or molecules.
Energy can be found in a lot of different forms, like mechanical, thermal, chemical, electrical, and nuclear. Energy can be transferred through vibration, such as in electromagnetic waves and magnetic fields.